Disney just opened a brand new restaurant in downtown Disney, and it is the first restaurant to feature a Michelin star chef.
This is an incredible menu, and we are going to try everything so that you don't have to. We're filming this video 2 days before the grand opening, making it Disney's newest restaurant, and we're so excited. We'll be building the perfect appetizer, entree, and dessert for this restaurant. Here we go.
So we're heading upstairs at PASEO right now. We're so excited to be trying this. This has been in the works for a few months. I remember at D23 like 2 years ago when they announced it.
It looks beautiful in here.
The newest restaurant in downtown Disney, and we're going. We get to meet the chef, hopefully. So we're very excited. It's going to be super fun. Orange booth is perfect.
As soon as we sat down, Chef Carlos came right over to greet us. He told us about crafting the menu and some of his personal favorite items. And when the head chef tells you his favorite items, you know you gotta try them.
We just finished talking to Chef Carlos. He's a Michelin star chef, and he just gave us the lowdown on the menu, and everything sounds incredible.
I know, he kicked it off. He said, we asked him what he recommended, and he said, honestly, just point and shoot, which I thought was really funny. And this is a huge menu. There's things like steak tartare, there's ceviches, guacamole.
Tableside guac, which sounds incredible.
Yeah.
One of the things he told us to do, or like that he likes to do when he goes to a nice restaurant, is to let the chef pick for him. And so he was kind of poking around. He's like, hey, I'm just saying, I can serve you a good meal.
What does the chef recommend? We need to know. He
I
did
know.
say mussels and ceviche, though.
So this is Chef Carlos, the mastermind behind PASEO today. So what is it you were just telling us was like, sounded so good, like our mouth was watering.
The mussels right now. Serve Princess Edward Island mussels. Normally we prepare with saffron bleu blanc, which start, shallows, white wine. We add the saffron so you can get all the beautiful yellow color from the saffron.
Yeah.
And the aromas. And then we incorporate heavy cream, a little butter.
Yeah.
Just a little touch of butter. And the flavor is amazing. And one of the secret ingredients that we utilize there is we use pico jalapenos, but we use as well the pico liquid.
Really?
The mussel. So it's rich. And it balances with the pico liquid. And we serve it with charred huge piece of bread so they can break it down, dip it up, and have fun with that.
That sounds delicious. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A Mai Tai.
Which is like a Mai Tai, but with a twist. Instead, they use mezcal, I believe.
And the chef recommended it for our 21st birthday celebration.
Here we go.
All right. Oh, that's very nice.
Let me introduce you to the water here at PASEO. Look at this. So fresh.
The water.
The pour is very nice. There's a nice lemons that they serve it with. And cheers, folks. It's also very smooth.
Kicking it off with appetizers.
Appies, woo!
Food started showing up before we even ordered. They were these tricolor tortillas that they apparently make from scratch while we were sitting there. It was delicious.
Wow. Wow.
That's amazing. It comes with a couple different things.
They said this was pork and black beans.
Black bean puree. It does come with pork.
And you're supposed to
it.
dip it. I love it. Instead of chips, they do tortillas, and I kind of love that.
You get a piece of the cheese, of the queso.
Oh, is that queso? I'll try a little bit. And then there's a third thing. What is the third?
Salsa.
Oh, salsa.
The third is salsa.
This looks really good. That's spectacular. It's like, it tastes like a chip that hasn't been crunched.
Crunch.
Yeah. It's quite good.
Very tasty. Yeah, it's really good. Hey, Dad, you gotta try the salsa.
Do I put it in my tortilla and just go for it?
I would try it. Yeah, getting a bite. Yeah, like that. Go for it.
There's a little heat in it.
Yeah, the salsa's got some heat.
It's got some heat.
I will say, I took a forkful of salsa about the size of what dripped on the table right here. And it is quite spicy. It's very good. The flavor is incredible.
I don't know.
But it definitely just that little bit lit my mouth on fire. It's really good.
Here's the tableside guac. I think they added crispy pork belly to it. It
Yes.
looks really
Yeah,
good.
we had
It
the
looks amazing.
crispy pork belly.
Just the chips, man. Can you
I
believe
know,
it?
All right, so
These look
crispy
so
pork
fresh.
belly, it honestly looks like bacon,
Yeah.
but I'm not upset. I love me some bacon.
Well, that is what bacon is crispy
All right,
pork
I got a big bite.
I do
Are you guys
too.
ready?
Everyone got a bunch. All right, cheers.
Cheers. Wow, that's really good.
That sounds incredible.
The
all the way
crispy
around.
pork belly brings out the flavor so well. Oh my gosh.
The chips are
That's
good.
amazing. The tomatoes
Homemade
are so
chips.
fresh.
A little bit of a kick to it, but not bad.
A little, I wouldn't say,
I wouldn't say spicy, but
you get to choose your level of spicy, and we went kind of with a medium, just to, try it out, but keep it average.
That's
So-
amazing. It's really good.
So good
Yeah.
though. Oh, wow.
oh yeah.
Thank you.
That looks amazing.
These are the mussels, and they come with sourdough bread that has been charred. Oh my gosh, does that look amazing. I'm a huge sourdough bread fan, so this looks amazing. And then I have to figure out how I'm even gonna eat these mussels. Look at how good they look. Look at that, wow. All right, I'll do this, and then we're gonna have to cut up the sourdough or something. We'll see. Wow. That is an incredible flavor with the mussels. That's crazy. There are pickled jalapenos in here, so be careful for that flavor, but everything looks amazing. I'm gonna try the vegetables. Incredible.
So, with the sourdough, they kind of want you to dip it into whatever this sauce is that they've had.
The broth.
Yeah, the broth.
That is good. The mussels are incredible.
Wow. I've never had sourdough toast that tastes like that. We need to figure out how to make this at home. Maybe Chef Carlos can teach us.
Right?
Oh, the steak tartare. Awesome.
I am truly excited for the steak tartare. That looks incredible. We're really big steak tartare fans. They have a couple pieces of bread, and then I guess we'll just split this up. So we'll serve it.
We'll try just a bite?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Steak tartare is raw steak if you've never had it. This is a New York strip that they prepared. They put it in kind of, they called it a honey aioli, and then prepared it with this bread. So we're very excited. Cheers.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Really
it's kind of
good.
sweet. And really good.
It is.
That's delicious.
I don't know what the sauce is, but very nicely done.
Yeah. Every flavor at the restaurant is perfect. You know what I mean?
It's got a little pepper in the back end too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
feel
just
it?
a little bit. Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
chives in here as well. That's amazing. I have to say, Chef Carlos honestly crushed it with the flavors. He's a Michelin-starred chef, and like every time you take a bite and then you swallow, everything like hits in a good way. Every flavor is like not too intense, but you feel it, and it just takes over your entire mouth. Every flavor that I've had here is just absolutely amazing. He's done a great job. I'll load this up for Dad. There you go. You probably need some extra
more
cheese.
Yeah, what was that?
Wow. Okay. This better be good. It looks amazing. There's so many flavors. It's really good. There's like mushroom, there's shallots,
Chorizo.
there's chorizo, the queso. It's really, really good.
Now it's time for the appetizer tier list. I know you guys have been waiting for this. I would say at the very tip top of the appetizer list has to be the mussels. Guys, when we say that these mussels were incredible, they were incredible.
Not only were the mussels good, but they were in a broth that was to die for, and it came with basically an entire loaf of bread that you could dip into the sauce. I've never tasted bread that didn't need butter, but when you dip it in that broth, whew, that's all you need.
We also had this great guacamole, which they said was tableside, but it was still just as fresh as if it were tableside, and it was absolutely delicious. So creamy, and the balance of flavors, and super salty. Very good.
Number 2 for me was the steak tartare. I put that barely over the guacamole, which is a big deal because I adore avocados. But this steak tartare was classic. It was so good. The honey aioli it was in tasted great.
And coming in at the bottom of the tier list was actually the queso. Now it was still very good, you can't go wrong, but it just wasn't as memorable as some of the other options.
Next up was
Entrees.
Carne, and I see that we have our heirloom tomatoes right there on the same plate.
Awesome. Wow.
Enchiladas.
wow.
Thank you.
Chef Carlos personally made these. He's also made the addition of the talyuda style tortilla on top. Usually we have a rascado.
Wow.
Thank you.
So he just said that Chef Carlos personally made our entire meal. I am so
That's
excited.
incredible. He accentuated some of the pieces. He added this instead of what's normally there.
Wow.
There's the pork shank.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Tortillas for that to make some lovely tacos.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you. Wow. It looks incredible. All right, so first off, we have to give a huge shout out to Chef Carlos for being amazing. Not only does the food look delicious and amazing, but Mom actually has a garlic allergy, and he made her a special meal. So that's pretty kind.
And he pointed out that this marvelous mussel dish is without garlic, and so that's what we've ordered here for me to have. And the tableside guac also didn't have garlic. So they were super accommodating here.
So, good at allergies. Check.
All right, chicken enchiladas. It's got avocado and these amazing tortillas. I'm gonna cut into one.
Wow.
Wow, look at this shredded chicken in there. Big bite of avocado. Amazing. That's incredible. The chicken is amazing. It's got like a light salsa, tomato, onion, avocado. That's incredible.
All right, so I have a pork shank here. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to cut that, but that fell apart right in my fork.
Fall off the bone.
Excellent.
Make yourself a taco.
And it's covered in like black beans and everything.
Oh my god.
Everything is delicious.
Wow.
Mm.
How's the pork? So good.
Really good.
Yeah. It's amazing. This one's served with tortillas, so you can fall off the bone, make yourself some tacos. We got a side of pinto beans.
It comes with some black beans around the bottom.
Yes.
There's some sort of like red sauce on it that has a little bit of a kick, but it's really, really nice.
And this is the black bean puree from earlier, so
Yes.
you might want to load up your taco with that.
So I got the short rib wrap, which is pretty much a short rib burrito.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. It's got radishes, avocado, sour cream. The short rib on the inside with the bacon. Okay, it's not bacon, it's pork belly. But I meant it's amazing. But it looks so good. All right, I think I almost cut into it. I cut it in half for the video, but I think I'm just gonna
just take
a monster bite. That looks fantastic.
Just get some of that.
Whoa.
Hands are a little messy, but
the crispy pork belly with the short rib is an incredible combo.
Yeah?
That was spectacular.
Amazing. And then
I need to go wash my hands.
Do about your hands. You should just wash them. All right, bye, Adam.
I got the carne asada, and it is fantastic. It is fantastic. It's just delicious. It's very tender. It came with these beefsteak tomatoes that are just gorgeous. And then, as you probably already saw, I have mussels, and I love the combination of the mussels and steak. So I am a happy girl.
So I got a blank plate, but I'm trying everything here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Yes.
Even the Brussels sprouts are spectacular. They're so good.
Right?
Now it's time for the entree tier list.
Entree tier list.
On this tier list, we have the short rib wrap, the carne asada, the chicken enchiladas, and the pork shank. And guys, this is an extremely competitive list.
When we started ranking our foods, we all picked our entree as our favorite item, which really just shows how much we loved every item. This is our best attempt at a tier list for 4 amazing items. I just want to start by saying that the carne asada was absolutely incredible. It was the most expensive entree, which isn't a surprise. Everybody loves steak, and this one was absolutely delicious.
Number 2 on this list would have to be the short rib wrap. The only knock against this short rib wrap is that it was extremely messy, but it was absolutely spectacular. The short rib was incredible, and mixed with the crispy pork belly, it was a top tier entree. Not only was it delicious, but it was definitely big enough to split.
Next up is the pork shank, which was absolutely incredible, you guys. Like, I have never seen a piece of meat fall off the bone like this. Points for style, too, because this thing is beautiful. Look at this presentation. Beautiful and delicious. Top tier.
And finally were my chicken enchiladas. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I loved these. They were actually the cheapest entree, and they came with 3, so I was absolutely stuffed. These were hands down the best chicken enchiladas I've ever had. I did not know chicken enchiladas could taste this good. They were so well prepared and absolutely delicious. It is the lowest on our tier list, but that does not mean that it was not amazing.
Just got to give a shout out to Chef Carlos for absolutely crushing these dishes. Everything was incredible.
Okay, the damage goes crazy. I can't believe it. There's pieces of bread left that are soaked in this. It's so good. You can only eat so much bread. This is a short rib plate. I don't know if you remember how huge that was.
That was gigantic.
This was the bowl for the chicken enchiladas. There are no enchiladas left in the bowl.
The pork bone is completely bare. It's got some onions on there, but that's about it.
The pork shank is no more. It's just bone.
Carne asada.
Carne asada, gone. Gone. No mussels to be found left in our soup, and we've been taking the bread and dipping it per Carlos's recommendation.
This was the Brussels sprouts.
No more sprouts.
No more sprouts.
No more sprouts left.
Sorry, Cole and Dylan, you're not here.
Yeah. The one thing that's left that I did not notice, a little bit of guacamole. So I'll just eat that.
Appreciate it. Thank
The
you.
flavors were just top notch.
Yeah, the way the flavors went were so good, and she gave me one bite of her steak, and it was amazing. It was some of the best steak. Yeah, it really was.
He said, I've never tasted anything that doesn't need salt.
Yeah, usually when I get steak,
Yes,
I'll
he's
still
our
add
salt
extra
guy,
salt
so he
or
always has
something.
it.
It was perfect.
Before we open, we try all the dishes. Everybody has to make one, and we go over it, over it, over it. What an honor to meet you.
Oh, so nice to meet you
great to meet you as
too.
well.
I'll be here anytime, okay?
Yeah,
Sounds
cool.
great.
Thank you.
Carlos is so awesome. Such a real down-to-earth guy.
Oh, yeah.
He
So
gave us
nice.
his recipe for Brussels sprouts, so we're gonna have to try that.
Absolutely.
Sounds really good.
I doubt they'll be as good still.
Yeah, they might not be as good,
we
but
will make an
maybe
attempt.
maybe after some tries, we'll get there.
And now it's time for
Dessert.
Woo-hoo.
All right.
Dark chocolate sorbet.
Sponge cake. That's what we're having.
This is wild because it looks like corn on the cob.
It's actually ice cream.
Sorbet.
Sorbet, and I.
Whoa!
Whoa.
You broke it.
I had like a shell.
Wow!
Break it open.
Look at that.
Wow.
All right.
All right, so it's like a corn shell, but that's like chocolate
So
dirt,
like chocolate dirt.
and then these are chocolate flakes and ice cream, and oh, and it's crunchy. Wow!
That's very interesting. It is corn ice cream.
You know what's so good about that? Is that it's almost like a white chocolate corn. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to ask the waitress.
Tons of delicious Pete.
But I think this is just white chocolate molded to look like corn, and then like a chocolate dirt.
Very sweet.
Very sweet as an ice cream.
Yeah.
Very light. And it's got caramel corn on the side.
Yes, that's
Nice
what
touch.
that is.
Caramel corn.
Look, that's caramel corn. I got a bite that was like crunchy, and I was like, what is that? It's caramel corn.
There it is.
That is so good.
All right.
Very unique.
Now here's the chocolate one. And I'm a chocolate girl, so really interesting.
Dark
I guess-
chocolate sorbet.
I guess I just go for it.
Wow. Let's try it.
That was very good.
Is it good? What is it?
What is it?
So, it's like a spice cake with like chocolate crunchy pieces and chocolate sorbet.
Just a bite of the chocolate sorbet for me.
I got a bite of it all.
Yeah.
And the spices.
good,
Aren't
right?
the spices just so good?
They even know how to do dessert.
That's such
So
a
good.
interesting consistency.
Right?
I like
Right?
it. It almost like dissolves in your mouth.
Yeah, it's
you
really,
know what I mean?
It's really unique. It kind of it like fades. Both these desserts are really good.
And they're both chocolate, which is
Yeah.
that is our thing.
Perfect.
So. So I have to give the #1 spot to the corn over the chocolate dish because I thought that having white chocolate corn was so creative, but it has a lot of competition because in downtown Disney there's lots of really good walkaway desserts that you could also choose from, so there's a lot of competition.
You got salt and straw, beignets, crazy shakes from Black Tap. It's a pretty tough competition.
There's lots of amazing desserts. Our order does go the corn and then the chocolate, but keep in mind all the options you have in downtown Disney when it comes to dessert.
If you guys want to know more about eating and dining at Disneyland, we actually wrote a book called The Ultimate Disneyland Food Guide.
Yep.
And
Linked below, and we think it will help you save time and money in the parks.
yeah, so this is a book, so we pretty much answered all the questions that you guys have asked us, and we've been the insiders for almost 7 years, but we pretty much answered all the questions that you guys have asked us in the book and give you a complete guide to all the restaurants here at Disneyland, actually all the way up to Centrico and Paseo.
Yeah.
So, pretty exciting.
And something that's awesome is when you get our book, The Ultimate Disneyland Food Guide, and you sign up for the membership, we are sending newsletters out when Disney releases new restaurants and new food items. So Paseo, Centrico, and Tiendita,
Yes.
those will be in the newsletter pretty soon.
will.
So
And
I'm really excited.
We did that because we wanted you, like, when you get the book, we know that things change at Disneyland, and we wanted you guys to be as up to date as possible on the latest food. So if you buy the book and do the membership, then you get all the updates on Disney dining.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Yep. Buy the book. Do it.
So tonight the Disneyland fireworks are projections only, which is a little sad, but if you come right this way, whether you're sitting where we were, anywhere in this dining room, or you're out on the patio, the fireworks go off right here, and they said it's one of the best views. All the employees say they love working here because right about 9:30.
I will say the fireworks are one of the best parts of the show. They really go all out with
Yeah,
it, and it is so cool to see.
Fireworks are amazing, and it's a little blocked by the buildings here, and you can even go to one more part of the restaurant this way that has an unblocked view. It's amazing. The good news is they do take an annual pass or Magic Key discount here.
Yep. Very crucial for people like us.
Yes, great. If you have a key, great way to get a discount.
It is.
But wow, what an amazing restaurant. We can't wait to come back. We still have to try Centrico and Tiendita, but we're
That
very
was
excited
so
for
good, though.
everything.
So good, you guys.
Everything
Oh
is
my
amazing.
gosh.
Chef
All right.
Carlos and his team did such a wonderful job. We had a great time. Subscribe for more, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Bye, guys.